Welcome to Mornings with Patty. Today I'm reading one of my very favorite readings. It taught me about integrity, and I really encourage you to listen to it. It's from The Language of Letting Go, September 3rd. I know I'm controlling, but so is my husband, possibly more controlling than I am. Each time I set out to leave him, each time I started to walk away, he knew exactly what to say to pull me back in. And he knew I'd respond. He knew how to say exactly what I needed to hear to keep me where he wanted me. He knew what he was doing, and he knew what I would do. I know because he told me so. Some of us are so vulnerable to words. A well-timed "I love you," a chosen moment for "I'm sorry," an excuse delivered in the right tone of voice. A pat on the head, a dozen roses, a kiss, a greeting card, a few words that promise love that has yet to be delivered can spin us into denial. Sometimes it can keep us denying that we are being lied to, mistreated, or abused. There are those who deliberately set out to sway us, to control and manipulate us through cheap talk. They know, they fully understand our vulnerability to a few well-timed words. Break through your naivete. They know what they're doing. They understand their impact on us. We do not have to give such power to words, even though the words may just be what we want and need to hear, even though they sound so good, even though the words seem to stop the pain. Sooner or later, we will come to realize that if behavior doesn't match a person's words, we are allowing ourselves to be controlled, manipulated, deceived. Sooner or later, we will come to realize that talk is cheap unless the person's behavior matches it. We can come to demand congruency in the behavior and the words of those around us. We can learn to not be manipulated or swayed by cheap talk. We cannot control what others do, but we can choose our own behaviors and our own course of action. We do not have to let cheap, well-timed talk control us, even if the words we hear are exactly what we want to hear to stop our pain. Today I will let go of my vulnerability to words. God, help me trust myself to know the truth, even when I am being deceived. Help me cherish those relationships where there is congruity. Help me believe I deserve congruity and truth in the behavior and the words of those I care about. I remember when I first read this reading years and years ago, and it took a long time for it to settle in. Although I've started becoming aware of behaviors matching words, that's what I call integrity. They say congruency, integrity, the same thing. And then what I realized about myself is I didn't know what to do if somebody's words didn't match their actions. Sometimes I would just leave a relationship, just like, I'm done, and not offer any explanation. And sometimes I would learn to say, this hurts me, and set a boundary and learn how to say, I'm sorry, this doesn't work for me. It's a really tricky thing to know what to do in that moment, but the most important thing I want you to become aware of is integrity is when behaviors match words, period. And if you see a consistent pattern of someone in your life who says one thing and does another consistently, it's not loving to you. And you're being manipulated, you're being deceived. And we so want to think we can change that other person, and we want to get whatever breadcrumb that they have to offer us. But it's so not worth it. They're not going to change. So demand congruency in your life. Demand integrity. And when I say demand, just don't be in relationships with people who do not honor you and how valuable you and your time are. If you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, follow, maybe put your notifications on, and share this with somebody who would really benefit from this particular reading. I love you so.